following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for All for Sci-Fi?
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Yes.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
That's true.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
Yes.
He told me enough.
My mother.
He told me you killed
He told me you're my mother, not my father.
I am your father. I'll be back.
No, you won't. Yes, you will.
And you will.
We love Mom.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Whoa! Don't say bad words.
It's a trap.
Hey, Beto, how you doing?
It's a trap!
Oh, San Solo, how you doing?
Outweigh
The needs of the few.
Mike, how we doing, Mike?
for the one.
The one.
Do
Oh, yeah.
or do not.
Do not.
There is no trap.
There is nothing right. Captain Richter Space Cat.
Live long.
Get away
Hey,
from
don't say
her,
that
you
in front
bitch!
of Newt. Hey, stop that.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Did.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Take it away.
Goodbye.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father.
Right.
My parents will die. Stop saying that!
Keep saying it.
I see dead people.
My wife was Captain Richter.
So what?
I.
You said that.
You did?
Why so
Because
serious?
it's time for All for Sci-Fi. Yeah!
I volunteer! I volunteer as tribute.
What I do is not up to you.
Chewie. We're home.
Yeah.
I'm one with the force.
Oh,
The force is
and
with me.
you.
I'm one with the force, and the force is with
Are
me.
you one with the Force? Is the Force with you?
I'm one with the force, and the force is with me.
The Force is with All for Sci-Fi. Welcome, everybody, to the All for Sci-Fi Weekly Webcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker, and next to me
And
is
it's Captain Rickster, Trickster, or don't call me late for any type of food. menu.
anybody that's ever eaten with Captain Rickster knows that because he's the garbage disposal.
That's
right?
right. Mike knows that for sure.
Well, that's for sure. Welcome, everybody. It's an exciting show this week. We have a lot to talk about. We just saw Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Yep.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Star Trek Discovery. We have a 2-episode premiere. We're really excited about that. And of course, The Bad Batch had 2 episodes as well.
That's right.
Wow, what an episode to talk about a lot of stuff this week. Captain Rickster, what is going on with you this week?
Oh, not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
No, actually it's pretty good, but the rain and cold and
I guess you don't want to talk about the little colonoscopy thing.
no.
You're okay. He's okay, everybody.
No one wants to know about that stuff.
No, they don't actually.
No, it's kind of gross.
And but he's okay.
I am okay.
I'm glad he got checked out. So we recommend every man, male or female, over the age of 50,
Mm-hmm.
go get checked out.
Yes.
Right?
Oh yes.
Ew, it's disgusting. Ugh, it's gross. Laugh out loud. Yes, I agree.
Yes, we agree.
But at least he's okay. Also this week, and I guess it's sci-fi related news. At Disneyland, Star Tours had the new episodes, and I think Mike was there with
His friends.
a whole bunch of people from
Mhm.
Skywalker from Neverland with Richard and Sarah, and they saw all the new Ahsoka stuff at Star
Yep.
Tours. We're going to try to get there as soon as we can, of course, with our friend Mike, and we'll give a whole report about that. He saw all of them. Of course he did.
Oh, of course
Of
you
course
did.
Mike did.
Of course Mike
That's
did.
True.
Man,
Yeah,
what a Mike.
that's true as
What
well.
a guy.
All 3 of them. And of course, Richard never got picked as the rebel spy, I'm sure.
That's true.
That's true. So, yeah, there's a lot of, and also I hear Sabine Wren is there. Did you see Sabine Wren in Galaxy's Edge, Mike? Just curious. Yeah. because you know I have crushes on Asian girls. So,
Crushes on everything. It's Asian.
so
No matter what she looks like.
stop that, Captain Rickster.
As long as it has 2 legs and
Right.
I'm not gonna say anything else. This is a kid's show.
We got to be quiet. Oh, his friend sitting next to Richard was the rebel spy. Go figure. I wonder if there's a way we could like try to make Richard the rebel spy. Yeah, you'll send pictures to Sabine. Please do so.
Oh, yes.
I would love it.
No kidding. So would I.
So I think maybe we should go with Richard, and we should maybe tell the cast member like it's his birthday or something. Maybe then he'll become the rebel
Might
spy.
get one, yeah.
If we say it's Richard Wolowski's birthday, make him the rebel spy. He's never been the rebel spy. Maybe, but we don't tell Richard.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Hey, Dante's here. Hey, welcome, Dante.
Hi, Dante.
I hear that the East Coast has been shaking, which is interesting because I didn't hear about it at all unless I watched Facebook. Like the news didn't report that there was earthquakes in New Jersey
Yeah.
until you told me that. So hopefully you guys are doing okay. Obviously, there's not a lot of damage. It wasn't a very big earthquake. It was kind of like our normal quakes here.
Yeah.
Just 4.0, which just rolls a little bit.
Our little small ones there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's. What do you want to review first, Captain Rickster? The Bad Batch, Discovery.
That's the Bad Batch.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Star Wars: The Bad Batch. As you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars, of course, is the best. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend you stream it in this case because it's on Disney Plus. This is the final season of The Bad Batch.
Yep.
And let's just do both episodes together.
Yeah, that'd be best.
We're going to give it an official All for Sci-Fi rating of 4.80 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'll agree with you this time.
No.
Give it the same.
Are you supposed to agree with me or does that cause violence?
You know how you like
You're
it.
too far away from me now.
Yay!
So, yay. He's separated.
You can't get
No
me
more
with it.
violence.
You can't get me.
I can't go very easily.
Nope, not anymore.
What was your favorite part of both episodes?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Now you're taking me back.
Of course, we love Batcher, of
Oh,
course.
of course, yes. Well, I have to like what's her name? Omega. How she acts.
No, Omega's coming into her own. You
Yeah,
know.
she definitely is.
We're still wondering, does she have Force abilities or not?
That's what I was thinking. I like it when Sabine was trying to teach her the Force.
It wasn't Sabine.
Not Sabine. What was her name?
It was a Sauce
Oh,
Ventress.
Sauce Ventress. Sorry, Sauce Ventress was trying to teach her how to.
Who
Who is also she's a Jedi.
who also has a yellow lightsaber now,
Yes, she does.
which was interesting. Which
Well,
the yellow lightsaber is the temple guard, right? Something
Yeah,
like that.
I like it when she was holding the guys up in the air and throwing them around and all that stuff.
Oh, you like when she was beating up
Oh, yeah.
everybody?
Oh yeah.
And you say there's no violence on this show, right?
Yeah, well, that's you.
Well, you like the violence.
Well, that time I did. 'Cause that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Thought that they were tough.
Well, the fact that you
And she-
thought
and-
that
and she-
Asajj Ventress was Sabine was pretty funny to me. So.
Well, that's true, but it's the funny part about it. She's a woman by herself, and she's sort of throwing these 3 guys around.
Oh, Mike made an important point. He said that her blood has a binder.
Right.
They need to be able to clone the M count. Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. I missed that, but thank you for pointing that out. So, I did not see the Sequest. I do have the DVD, and I just put it on my DVD rack. I haven't a chance to look at it yet, but thank you very much for that present. Thank you, Dante. So, well, that's the other news that came out this week. We got a trailer for on May the 4th.
Yeah.
We're going to not get Tales of the Jedi, but we're going to get Tales of the Empire.
Yep.
Wow, that looked awesome. Thanks for pointing that out, Stan. It looks great. Yeah, what was my favorite part of that episode? I mean, it was a pretty tragic thing. They lost their ship.
Yeah.
Wrecker got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I like the friendship Omega has with the mayor's daughter.
Yeah,
I think that's a great
that's pretty
friendship
cool.
she has. That's pretty cool. I like how the mayor stuck up for and said, "What are you doing to my town? You destroyed our livelihood." I
Mhm.
like that part. There were some good parts.
Oh yeah.
Right. He said, "Watch out, Eric. Captain Rickster's fist is next to you." He saw it from the screen
Oh, like this.
when you went like that.
Like this. I gotta go like this. I gotta way over here.
Ah, arr, arr.
Arr.
Watch out.
Records here. Arr.
Hey, Adam O'Brien from Australia is here. Hi, Adam.
Hey,
How you
hi
doing?
Adam, how you doing?
We're talking about right now the Bad Batch episode 10 and 11, the latest 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And, obviously Omega got captured.
Yep.
And she's going back to Tantus.
Yep.
So I'm wondering, Mike, I have a theory, and we'll see if this holds true since I'm doing it before the episode 12 premieres. But I think that somehow Omega is going to reach out through the Force and let Hunter and everybody know where she's at. They're going to be able to find her that way.
Yeah, I do too.
Kind of like Luke and other, Jedi and stuff could use the Force and feel stuff. And I think that's going to happen. I don't know.
We'll see.
I'm just giving you a theory. Could not be true as well, but we'll see. Anything else to talk about the Bad Batch?
No.
Anything else?
No, you did a good job. As usual.
I don't know if I did a good job, but thank you, Captain Rickster.
You're welcome.
What do you want to go on to next?
Let's go.
Discovery?
Yeah, let's go Discovery. Oh, that was such a great season 2 of it.
Let's talk about Star Trek Discovery. It premiered with a 2-episode premiere.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, I was impressed.
So was I.
Although I thought I was watching Star Wars. I hate to say that. It didn't feel like Star Trek that much. But that's the way that some of these Star Trek TV shows are going. At All for Sci-Fi, as you know, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend you stream it or go to see it at the movie theater. This week's 2-episode premiere of Star Trek Discovery gets 4.95 stars. What do you give it, Captain? Right there.
I'm gonna do on this one for sure.
It is so close to 5, guys.
Yes.
This is I just can't wait to see what's going on next, man. It's
I can't wait to see what the next
with
episode
Michael
comes out on
Burnham
Thursday.
and everything, and the love relationship between the two, the Vulcan and the first officer. I mean, wow.
Now she got a new first officer.
Well, we know, and then Booker's back.
Booker's back, yeah.
So
We'll see
Star
how-
Trek Discovery is really
See how Booker and the captain will react to each other this time.
it'll be okay. I mean, they got that they got baggage. That's for sure.
A lot of baggage.
Yeah. Stan is saying what bugged him about Discovery was how they were able to just talk to each other on those sand bikes. Good point.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah. You would think it would have more static or something like that. How are the comms so clear?
Yeah.
That's a good point, Stan. I agree with you on that. I really enjoyed, the whole. What was your favorite part of both episodes? Did you have a favorite scene?
I like it when both those ships had saved that town from that avalanche.
Yeah.
How they went in there and dug themselves in there, and when they
Right.
used their shields to block all that.
Right.
That was pretty good.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the episode was, it was just really engaging.
Yeah,
I
it was
really
definitely
enjoyed
intense.
it. So, hopefully the rest of the season pans out like that. We got some great, exciting stuff coming up, with May the 4th and everything else. The season of the 4th, which we mentioned, and Mike's been a part of at Disneyland as well.
Yep.
Dante's saying that he has to rewatch so he'll know more about Ghostbusters. Okay, interesting. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, the effects are great in Discovery.
Oh yes, yes, they were great.
We've come a long way, guys, in the special effects realm.
Mm-hmm.
Even Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
which I understand was only had $100 million budget. It wasn't like the Indiana Jones budget, which was almost $400 million.
Yeah.
So studios got to start looking at what's going on, what's making budgets so high. Like, if you remember, the creator was only, what, $80 million or something like
Uh-huh.
that? And it had a lot of special effects in it. And it was an engaging, great story as well. So we need to find out why these things are ballooning up to 2, 3, 4, 500 million. Is it because of the salaries, or is it because of the special effects house
I think
that's
a
being
lot of it
hired?
has to do with the salaries and the special effects.
Probably both, I would agree.
Yeah.
But the effects on Discovery are great. The effects on Ghostbusters, which we're going to talk about in a few seconds, were great as
Mhm.
well.
Yes, they were.
All right, do you want to move on to Ghostbusters?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's talk about Ghostbusters
All right.
Afterlife, Frozen Empire.
Frozen
Afterlife
Empire.
was before that.
Yeah.
Um, I think Ghostbusters is a good movie, Dante. Since you mentioned it, I think it's a good
Mhm.
movie for you to show your kids.
Yes, it is.
I think should go watch it. I'm going to recommend Ghostbusters, although I have problems with the storyline and how it ended.
Yes.
I really enjoyed. Let's go ahead and give the rating first. As you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system at 0 to 5 stars, 5 stars being the best. I'm going to give Ghostbusters. Shit, I don't know if I want to do this or not.
Yeah, really, yeah.
I'm going to give it 3.75 stars. Go ahead, Captain Rexter.
I'm gonna give it 3.70.
Guys, I really wanted to like this movie. Of course, we have Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Ernie Hudson, Annie Potts
Yeah.
coming back.
All the originals were back.
And I liked a lot. I liked a lot of parts of it, but my problem is the storyline.
Yeah.
How easily the I forgot what his name was, but Mike would probably know. The guy who was the frozen guy.
The frozen guy.
How quickly they defeated him like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And then suddenly this fire master who never knew he had the abilities. That was my problem with the storyline. So, yeah, we did give the Discovery a rating. I don't know if you missed it. We gave it
4.95.
Yeah, it had a very high rating.
Yes.
We did give it a rating earlier. It had a lot of potential, like Mike is talking about.
Yes, it did have a lot of potential.
Acting, the actors are great.
Yes.
The special effects are great. The filmmaking, photography, the music was great. But
the storyline,
it was how they ended it. It was like, and I was telling Captain Rickster, for example, if you go back and watch the original Ghostbusters, or even Afterlife before this, there was more urgency. There was more trial and error. They had to fight harder. It was like, how's this guy and this girl like making this happen? And then suddenly they just pull a lever and he goes down.
Well, that was kind of a little bit frozen, so it took all of them to pull it down.
Well, I know
golden years.
That was, I mean, a lot of the elements in the acting was cool. It was the story. Whoever, Ivan Reitman and the director who directed it, not Ivan Reitman, Jason Reitman.
Jason Reitman.
And the director who directed it, I felt like this should have been 30 minutes longer. Because if you remember the original Ghostbusters, they had these different things happening. Then you had this, then they thought about it, and the Stave Puff Marshmallow Man. They had to defeat him, and then they had to defeat the main guy. Then it was a lot of battles. Even in not trying to bring it up an example of Caravan of Courage, but we didn't. I killed the Gorax eventually, but the mother killed him, and they tripped him, and he fell down the crevasse, and then later he came back up, and we had to kill him again. So there's more urgency. There was more of a fight. I just didn't feel like there was a fight here. And it was. It was just under 2 hours.
Yeah.
If it would have been 2.5 hours and they put more elements in there, it would have been golden. So
they probably cut a lot of it out, though.
I don't know if they cut a lot of it out or not. Maybe they thought they needed to, but that was my problem with it. That the way it ended with them getting rid of this guy who is the most evil thing, and he freezes people with fear and all this other stuff. I mean, the buildup was great, but then it just didn't happen. But go watch it.
Mike
Mike says maybe the story was written by AI. Probably
yes. They probably edited through AI, and it's AI screwed the thing up.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. Speaking of that, talking about music, since I am a composer, there's about 200 or 300 artists that have written letters talking about how AI is going to destroy the music industry.
Yeah.
Because it's not very creative, and it's going to try to do the same thing there. So,
of course,
let artists create things. So that's all I got to
that's
say.
what you need to do is create everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe it was no less. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
During the writer's strike, no less. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, could
But I mean, it had so much potential. I was so excited to see this movie, and I found I was liking the movie until the ending because it just kind of just died, and they defeated him too quickly.
AI,
That was
AI
my
has no
problem.
soul.
Does
Sorry.
does AI have a soul?
No,
Captain Richter says no, Adam. So
no.
I
AI,
think AI is good for a lot of things. I think it's good for copying and pasting. I think it's good for, because I have a colleague, because I work in a construction industry, and he uses AI to help him do quotes.
mm-hmm.
And because AI can gather the information, like if he's doing like a new build, like an ADU, which is like you're building in the backyard. I don't know if you know what that is, Adam, but or if it's like a new build, it could calculate really quickly all the materials, all the labor, and put it in a quote form for you. I think
Yeah.
AI has its advantages for sure, like that. But I think it needs to stay off the creative end. That's
Mm-hmm.
also why the New York Times is suing Chat GPT for billions of dollars because it stole all the copyrighted information.
Yep.
So be careful, guys. So, all right. So that's about it. As we say it all for sci-fi. And by the way, Mike, we need to go back to Disneyland soon so we could
Yes.
see the new Ahsoka Star Tours and all the three of them
Yes.
that you mentioned.
My birthday's April 22nd.
Well, maybe. Who knows? Well, we're going to be there May the 4th for sure.
For sure,
But maybe we
yes.
could go back on April 22nd, like Captain Richard says. We'll look it up. We'll let you know. As we say at All for Sci-Fi, go out this week, do one act of kindness because it makes the world a better place. And maybe someone else might witness it, and they may want to do an act of kindness and pay it forward. Remember, the Force is with us always. Live long and prosper.
All right, guys, have a great weekend or the rest of your weekend since tomorrow we have to go back to work on Monday, which is not going to be good.
Right.
Our weekends were a little bit longer that we can relax and enjoy
That's true.
and do a whole lot of things. But anyway, be safe out there. Take your time on what you want to do. Do not be in a hurry. Just come back next week. We'll have more content and more fun.
Yeah,
Bye.
take care, everybody, and have a great week. Stay safe.
The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.